my willpower not to have the little not to have the little song up in here that was. Gosh, I should form my words better. There is a name for that song, right? Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bump, it looks like a deer. Hi. Hello to you, YouTubers. We might indeed get some drawing today. I think someone was in here and then exited. Hello to you, Magdalena. Um, how are you today? On it's always some kind of extremely late night or early morning when I'm saying to you. You're asking why am I so late? Well, I gave notice. Did I not? Although I was a little bit late to the notice that I've also given. And there's Magdalena saying so sorry for the being so late. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's we could get up to some chaos. I still also have the if we don't get people in the Gartic, because okay, we between you and me, we could create something. I know we could. I could just like put a bunch of turns on this, and then my mind to your mind, we're gonna knock something around like a ping pong ball, and something's gonna come out creative style. However, hi guy. Garting on my phone, indeed. What's new with you? I think I've almost made it through the Mugen Train arc and Demon Slayer, and then I keep getting like some spoilers for Hazbin Hotel, but I haven't watched it yet, specifically because my childhood best friend who has a degree in psychology, who is not my psychologist because I haven't befriended my psychologist because I know that psychologists aren't your friend. That's also a fan of Hazbin Hotel. That person that I've just described in a lot of syllables is also. You're saying, will a notice make recover the lost hours? We lost to what? I said it so you wouldn't lose it. There's Magdalena sick out of your mind. Oh my gosh. I've got a friend who's a fan of Hazbin Hotel. I'm really wanting to ask if we should like catch up together. I don't know, maybe she's already caught up. There's okay, talk of hurting, there's talk of don't you dare, there's McDonald. Tell me right now, did you go to the doctor when I told you? They said it was fine. Okay, hey, yay, okay. You made me go out there for nothing. Okay then. What in the hell? What, you were having that small of an amount of rabies? Is rabies perhaps not in your area? In any case, hello? If we don't if we're not having Gartic, here's this previous sort of thing. Do we have a? Oh, there's a mac and cheese. We could do something. Okay, wait. You were having a lack of sleep instead of and not going to the doctor. Okay, wait. I've set up almost everything. I almost keep losing this thing. I should just glue this to the desk or something on a string. Alright, what have we got? I think these ones are fun. I think these ones are fun, unless was there like a input on what we should do? Oh no, I'm causing it to lag. Wow, that's a big one. We're drawing a head of something. We're drawing a something of something. You have kittens to comfort you. Wait, do you have like new cats? Okay. What's the best thing to draw? Honestly, oh wow, this is falling apart a little. The stylus and my fingertip. Okay, so here we go. And let's create some kind of a character. If I combine Winnie the Pooh with the haircut from my favorite character, Spock, then it gets a little bit... It starts to look like characters that have already existed in anime. Alright. Is this Winnie the Pooh's features from memory? I have no idea. And I've looked at this fellow pretty much my entire life. Well, whatever comes out of my pen right now is going to be not copyrighted. We're also standing up today. I've got 2 chairs. Damn. It's really rough trying to do something from memory. There's oh, hello to low desk at this late hour, lowing my desk right now. I should hope so. I mean, what if you got high desk? I have no idea what would happen then. All right. Okay, so I'm not really in control of the next part of this character, but is anyone else just feeling like putting some magnificent cleavage on this? Okay, sorry. I know the person who was repeatedly requesting such a thing has gone from the chat now, and so I'm kind of bringing the vibes back for absolutely no reason. I had the option not to do that, not to say that, not to go on this route, but I just, isn't that one of the appeals of a Gartic phone? Okay, you're saying high desk is my crackhead cousin. And it sounds kind of like high decks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a little bit brighter. We're looking pretty good. What colors can be in the mouth? Yeah, this looks like a type of Pooh Bear. But how much time is left on this timer? Let's just go into my room for a second. I've taken the camera up there before, but I can't remember how it was. Whoa! Hello to Half Lazy Arts. Hello. Feels like it's been a moment. What is new with you? What updates can I give you on my end? I formed a in-person drawing club, and so far there's me and one other person, and then aside from that, I started dating everyone as if inspired by the video game. I say everyone, but I did give up pretty quickly, but I don't know. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. All right. Why are you saying Facebook is your ass? You're saying they want me to log in if I logged in before for an account I didn't use in years. Your data, your precious information. Okay, you had a big hiatus after our fight. It's been a million years. I'm still sort of lingering on the message of K-pop Demon Hunters and Wicked getting a Grammy nomination. Did I get this? There's a little bit more of the snout going on, a little bit less of the mouth going on. K-pop Demon Hunters Grammy nomination. Whoa! Okay. Go like this. Is that more of a Pooh Bear? This one's more of a Pooh Bear. Yeah. And ideally you would want entirely different proportions for the head, but that's pretty good. Okay, that's Half Lazy saying, glad you're doing alright. Oh, okay. Wait, so would you say that's like a hiatus from art in general? Art in general, you would say? And then there's Lotus with some remembering and some welcome backs. Hey, it's some fun times, it's some cool times. Alright, what goes on with a torso? Ooh, wait. Do I have any cool reference images? I tried to log back on to Tumblr after a while, cause for whatever reason I was using it every day, and then I started using it less, and so I decided to try to use it more. I left it super thirsty though. That was crazy, going back into my feed. Anyway, so here's reference images that I have. I don't know what's going on with the neck, but I'm gonna assume that's a neck. Alright. There's saying Facebook does what they fucking want. I can't do shit. It does feel like that sometimes. I've been clicking just I've been clicking agree to so many terms and conditions that all say, by clicking agree, you agree that you've read this. And I go forward knowing full well that I haven't done anything. Malaya, there's I remember your exes, posting and being online. I've been drawing a bit and just not posting as well as playing Sonic. Hey. You gotta replenish sometimes, and playing Sonic is probably one of those things that can, I don't know, rest your creativeness and gain some new inspiration. Maybe I like to think of it that way. I don't know, but not everything has to be framed through the what am I doing here? Framed through the lens of creativity. Let's get some arms. This is gonna be one hell of a creature, isn't it? This is gonna be a creature of all time, isn't it? Alright. This kind of makes a little bit of sense. A little bit, possibly. And, yep. I've been trying to get my life together a little bit here and there, now and then. You can't really tell by the twisty croissant arms I've just given to this human man thing. But maybe it's finally time to stop complaining and learn some anatomy. Okay, so there's Greg saying Tumblr lives. I thought it died with Vine. Excuse me. Every time someone says that, I keep going. I keep going like I don't know. I'm reminded of that one 21 Pilots post being like, that my friend died years ago. Sometimes I still hear his voice, and the whole stop telling people I died thing. That's Tumblr. That's Tumblr constantly. It has, I don't know, it had some weirdly big amount of monthly active users, and I don't know if we're all gonna age out of it. That would make me sad. And so I guess I want to start using it again on purpose. I'm doing high fashion right now. I'm doing high as hell fashion. Super duper. Okay. And, I think there's like 100 million monthly users on Tumblr. Okay, you thought this was normal? It's a caller now. Then there's Half Lazy saying, not always from the artistic lens, but always through the autistic lens. Say it again for us. Say it again for us. Say it again for us. There's Half Lazy saying, I use Tumblr mainly for the total trauma comics and Sanderside content. I should be there a bit more. I think people are definitely these days turned away by having to make your own algorithm, but I feel like the last couple of updates they did tried to compensate for that somewhat, and I don't know. Hopefully there's stuff for the older users and stuff for the newer users. Let's go like this. Let's put some strange shading and texturing right alongside some normal shading and texturing. I say as if there's going to be a great amount of detail at the end of this. No, there's going to be a regular amount of detail at the end of this. Wow. You're in the waiting room. Oh, okay. Here we go. Garting around. And finish by drawing the legs, this says. Finish by drawing the legs, this says. And yet I can clearly see there's some kind of mass of tendrils. Alright. I'm working with what you're giving me. I applied to be a Reddit mod today on one of the subreddits. Okay, wait, let's go. Sitting in cargo shorts. Let's do that. I did that, but also I think they have their own culture. I've never really done this before, and I'm not gonna tell you which subreddit it is just in case I get accepted. But okay, cargo shorts go like this. Actually, let's figure out the positioning of the legs. One goes down like this. One goes down like this. Sure, a leg is like this. Perfect. The other goes a little bit over it. So we want a little bit of erasing. But you're getting a drink. Very nice, very nice. I could stand to do the same. And there's Loda saying, man, it's been Monday month since I've last Gartic. This is hype. Ooh, I'm wishing a good connection on all of us. Good internet connection. Well, I've got you up at some kind of horrifyingly late hour, haven't I? I don't know. It's also daylight savings this week for me. So I don't know if I'm at a different time or a usual time for you, because I don't know, I was just going to be 1 hour. But you're saying same. The last time I did drawing online was for the new Jackbox 11 with some friends. Ooh, exciting! Cargo shorts, no cargo. Beep beep. What if we installed more beeps for it? Wow, I saw a school bus go past by me, and I'm reminded of how my instructor in the college, my instructor for project management class, is actively doing some kind of projects related to the school buses in our district, and that seems, I mean, it's cool that someone has the hands-on experience like that, but it is really funny to see her enter the classroom, and then the teaching style is like, I expect to collaborate with adults that are gonna tell me how they best learn, because it's a college setting. And then the adults are like new to all of this shit, and one of them last class raised his hand to go to the bathroom. I think most colleges you don't have to do that anymore, is the impression that I am under. But the sheer contrast, I think there's nothing wrong with raising your hand, but also the sheer contrast between the expectations in her teaching style versus the reality of how we're taking it, it's tripping me up. It's cracking me up. It's tripping and cracking me up. And so if I come by and I look tripped and cracked, you know why. You know why? It's because I was tripped and cracked up. Alright, so here's a little bit more of this. We get a little bit more of this and that. No! Well, maybe? Maybe, sure. You can have one big singular stocking. You're saying it's a bit past midnight on the weekend. It's absolutely fine. I feel like I should try to lock in these Fridays or other weekend stuff, no matter what it is I'm doing. I'm feeling good about these Friday times at least. But Sunday night was all right as well. And then some days that's when my girlfriend is off, and I can try to turn it into some kind of a hangout. Alright, room statements. It's 11 p.m. for you, but also a weekend. Well, we're in for a good time now, aren't we? Okay, so here's a little bit more of this. Can I add just a little bit of detail? Boom. Sure, I hope this looks great. I hope this looks like something. Okay, there's Magdala saying, man, I can't write my very creative and worldview changing comments while trying to be creative. Oh my. Well, thank you for being in the Gartic phone. Let's see how it has gone. Daylight savings. I always save daylight. You instead only save like 2 hours a year. Oh! Okay, pop it off. Okay, you're thinking about what I want to see, and that was what I want to see. Why did I want to see it? I don't know, because this is looking bizarre, this is looking curvaceous, this is looking mischievous, and wait, I can show it to the bear itself. Witness yourself, witness the BBL. Full bear, do it. Oh my god. Okay, a little bit of downloaded. Okay, Magdala looks like the Riddler tripping over. Oh my. Wait, okay, the drawing. There's okay. And then you're trying to delete your data. Oh, I couldn't have known this was a dinosaur being hit in your cargo shorts. Oh Oh, interesting. One of those legs is in the front. I don't know if I quite got that information. Well, alright. Alright, so okay, you two were having telepathy with each other, and then I'm having a stroke. Alright, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Stepped on someone. And then you can be blonde in a ponytail. Whoa, okay. Are we drawing a various amount of circus performers, I was gonna say. Sheesh. What the hell? What the hell? Are we seeing this? Okay. Does anyone else want to do this exact same mode again? Tell me now. Please tell me now. Because I am laughing. I am having a good time. You're saying cinematography? Okay. Ooh. Ah. Okay, I'm inclined, okay, yeah, okay, inclined to click on this same one again. Yeah. Okay, here we go. A second round of figuring out what goes in here. Do you think having more people gives us less time on this? Let's figure it out, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. Wow. Okay, I opened Tumblr. I haven't played Mass Effect, but I'm seeing Mass Effect fan art, so let's see what I've got here. A little bit like this, a little bit like this, a little bit like this, a little bit like this. This is sort of a fun strategy. Whatever went into Mass Effect most recently, no, whatever happens when I open my Tumblr, it's going to be very creative, and thus I can trust it to be a good subject for Gartic Phone. Keep on scribbling a little bit faster, a little bit faster. This is so cool. This is not the way that you're supposed to draw this character for the first time, I would guess. If you're drawing this character for the first time, and also I don't know what this character is, but if you're drawing this character for the first time, it should happen after being a fan, after perhaps having your life changed by Mass Effect. That's the kind of thing that I'm pretty sure it is. Alright, so there's some... Oh my god. Okay. The vibes are impeccable, what can I say? A little bit of stuff is going on with your face, and your neck is like a solid stump going out of there. Alright. Alright. Okay, so here's sort of a dish, you got stuck in a toilet bowl. Who is this? Who is this? Go off, king. Okay, we've got a little bit more of this, and my intention is to put in some eyes, but also the rest of this. Okay, this, and then this, and then go like this. Okay, cool. I totally thought that a sketch and then a once over would sort of help me for this one. I don't think it's helping. I do not think it's helping. But here we go. Did we get Aussie for some reason for a second there? I did genuinely try to do an Australian accent for one of my shorts, but then I got too intimidated and went to a YouTuber's Discord and said, "Is anyone here Australian? Please, is anyone Australian? I need your voice for this short." And so that's why one of my shorts has a singular Australian male voice. That was a cool, fun little individual to collaborate. I think his name was Ben. I have no idea if we would collaborate again, but I guess I'd be down. But anytime I've contacted another YouTuber, we have not followed up on anything. Never. Alright, so here's the color blue. Great. We also want some gray and some more gray. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. Uh, this is yet another one of those scenarios where when someone comes in here into the Gartic phone and is like, but I can't really draw. I have to do that one little meme where you're like grabbing the lips, shut up, don't say any of that, do not do that. Because even if you can draw, that doesn't mean you can draw. Sometimes I can draw. I can draw, okay? And it's more like landing a kickflip than it is like knowing that 2 plus 2 equals 4. Because 2 plus 2 equals 4 could possibly stay with you forever unless you panic, unless you get a little bit dementia. But drawing, it's one of them physical things you do with your body. And so although the knowledge can also be there, and it is, and you can see it improve and all of that, I don't think I was ready. Whoop. I don't think I was ready when I started learning to acknowledge that there would be off days, you know? So you dare contact a random unknown Australian stranger in another Discord server instead of asking me. Okay. Well, if you had your real actual voice and you put your emotions into it and, you know, your whole emotiosity into it, then that would be cool. That would be fine. Alright, what else am I putting in here? Ooh! Let's put the Your Forger outfit. Your Forger. Let's put the outfit, put the... Whoa! Ah! I'm overly energetic today for some reasons. Alright, let's do the pose as well. Let's not make it orange. It is funny that it switched us to orange automatically. Wow. Wow. I am not strong enough to steal the wife of Lloyd Forger's spy family. Homeboy would defeat me in combat. And in fact, you know for a fact, if I were attempting to kidnap instead of, I don't know, befriend your Forger spy family, I would be dead where I stand. Both members, all members, you know what, yeah, let's go with that. All members of the spy family, so dangerous, so incredible, you cannot make it out alive. But also, very incredible. Oh, is this some kind of chicken up there? Ba-da-ba, your Forger. Well, I don't know what I would do with the Forger, but thanks anyway. That's subredding. Thanks, Greer. Hey, that makes it very human. I keep seeing on my Reddit all of the AI generated comments that are weirdly positive, but also built on cliches and then also add nothing to the conversation, and they're just so absurd. And I know why they're there. They're there to farm karma so they can sneak in an advertisement to somewhere surreptitiously. Right, let's get this. I know why they are there, but they shouldn't have to be there. Alright, here's more of the torso. Have a little clothing wrinkle. Have a little... go like this, and ba-dum-bum, go like this. Cool stuff. Is this the outfit though? I suppose this is the top of the outfit. Alright, so here's some cool armbands that are happening. Bum-ba-bum. It's not as quick to just scribble it in like that. Alright, we are here, gathered here together today to witness what could be maybe a chicken in a little black dress. And okay, what else is going on here? Oh, yes, I can add some main features of this very cool thing. Okay, adding some things to the neck, which help it to go like this. There we go. The distinctiveness of a spy family sort of outfit. I say, while laying down some of the most wobbly lines that you could ever witness. Alright. Well, I don't know where the hair would connect to, but let's, I don't know, put that option in here as well. Black and white and orange and red. I wonder what's happening there. If it goes around the shoulder, does that look like anything? Nah, not really. Ba ba da ba. You're saying I'm not Australian, by the way, but friendship means nothing to you. Look, dude, would you like to be in my YouTube shorts? You're already in. Are you? You're in the most amount of. You're in most of my stuff on YouTube now since I've been doing these streams for long enough. I hadn't thought about it that way. I had not thought about it that way, but this, huh. Okay, this is my first time saying that out loud, so that gives me pause, perhaps. Gives me pause, perhaps. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Was Nerd Burp reacting to several things under one message? And here we go with a leg. Well, let's see what I got. Flip this camera around. Get myself a reference image of a hand. Begin to draw the reference image of the hand as fast as humanly possible. Okay. Are hands the amount of anatomy that I've practiced the most? Let's go like this. If I do any amount of badly on this hand, after saying I've practiced this the most, that would be very ironic. Okay, this could start lower, but I can't exactly select. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Have we got this, or have we got this? Draw an entire hand in the time remaining, and I've restarted myself as the music gets a little bit dramatic in my ear. Well, I do love this soundtrack. Alright. One fold of this sort of in the skin, and it goes arching this way. Here's a little bit more of your hand. Here's the underside. Nope. It's the underside like this, and the over sort of features of your fingers. Nice, nice, nice. I'm guilty of looking at somebody's TikTok reposts to try to determine their emotional state in relation to times that we have interacted, and I know that it doesn't necessarily tell you anything, but if I had the impression that it was going to tell me something, I was also going to ask, which is the most surefire way of figuring out if it actually means anything. Anyway, this is a lot of words to say that in my journey of trying to socialize with people more and finally leave the house, which has been going, it's been going pretty decent, I want to say. It's been going alright. I get to make some funny and interesting social activities. Okay, what is this? A little bit more of the hand. Whoa, hello to Decipher. Oh my gosh, when I opened up Reddit today, it was telling me that another typhoon the size of the Philippines was headed for the Philippines, but this one's going more north this time, right? So not exactly a double whammy kind of a thing. Still, you've got quite a lot to handle. Hello, how are you? Is there anything we can talk about to bring you joy or reduce your stress? Hello to you. Okay, so here's more of this. Okay, go like that. Well, the proportions could be a lot better. They could be a lot better, but I'm feeling it, right? Yes, I am. Yes. Okay. Little bit of the shading. And this is the final, the legs. Do we go even more transparent? I suppose so. Okay, got this on a timer. So let's see what details I can add now that I spent literally all of the time putting down the everything. Okay, a little bit like this and like this. Ooh, I started reading a webtoon again, and it's been a while. It's been practically forever. All right, hopefully this turns out well. But hello, 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 hello. Let's decipher saying we're not getting hit directly, but still, damn. All right. Ooh. Okay, you're saying, sup peeps, good to be alive. R/ anything but the metric system. Where were we going with that? Where are we going with that? Oh, my. Okay. How has Gartic Phone taken all of us? I've tried to draw a character from Mass Effect that I've never seen before. Well, now it just looks like you're emerging from the spaceship in a funny manner. Well, this is just kind of scenic. And atmospheric. I'm kind of feeling this. You're asking what's the name of... Wait, what's the name of something? I've lost my train of thought. Oh, maybe the webtoon I was reading? Oh, it was, For Your Murder that I started reading. I think it's pretty good. Unfortunately, I used up the last of my webtoon coins while getting into that. Wow. Sometimes you stare into the balls, and by balls I mean eyeballs, and they stare back at you due to their nature as eyeballs. Well, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Pretty neat, is it not? Hello, Patrick Star. Oh, goodbye, Patrick Star. That's a pretty good one. We could start putting some funky little cutouts and things into all of these. What you mean, no, Patrick? Yeah, I suppose this is a classic sign of not having any more healthcare. Your prosthetics get a little bit worn down, don't they? Alright. Am I slightly more energetic because I'm utilizing the standing desk, perhaps? What grinched your torso? Okay, wait. The fact of putting think in the middle of that time lapse, that's pretty good. Well, goodbye to you. Kara made us do it, perhaps? Mecha Patrick in drag for fundraising for the Trevor Project. Hey, I'd fund it. Now there's Loda saying I had no idea what I was doing. Hey, we are all here to panic together. Ooh, okay. Pretty good with a fancy sort of dress, but instead of an arm, you could ask how far down does that go? All the way around, indeed. There's things surprisingly on the money. Hey, that's some good stuff. What goes on in this one? There's only one place left that we can put the hand, I believe. Oh, that's pretty darn funny. It said that was the torso. Draw the legs. Together we made one of those force fusions from Steven Universe. I'm having a good time. Look at me. I'm having a good time. What? Well, my first instinct thing from Wednesday, perhaps, right? Perhaps. My first instinct is to try that mode again because we were having some fun. You're saying I didn't know what to do, so I just made a messed up portrait. We get one person out of there. You're saying, what happened to my boy? We get we get some some dubious connection. So I'm just gonna leave this for a minute, maybe two. You're summoned by hands. Oh my gosh, that was a fun picture, honestly. Okay, we could go for this one once more. We can go for a normal or a animation. Whoever puts one first in the chat, I'll go with it. You've lost internet in your house. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, hey, I hope you're doing all right. Somebody please hack my Facebook so it can delete itself. Oh my. Well, hey, I hope you're staying safe from a storm out there, or rather indoors. It would be worse if they could be indoors. Okay, there's Lotus saying, I'll skip out on this round. Nice and restful as the night gets older. You're saying not everyone can live. What's the knockoff one? Ooh. Oh, keep yourself focused. Try to replicate the drawings while the clock gets faster. This one makes you panic on purpose. Let's see what this one is, and then oh my. Okay, so it's sort of cruel to put an amount of detail into it. And then I don't know, keep a suggestion in mind for the next round, and we'll find out what's okay, let's okay, keep in mind what you want to do for the next round, and I am saying that while laughing in the middle of it, because by making myself just sort of draw in succession everything on my social media feed as I open it up, there's stuff to laugh at, there's stuff to guffaw at, stuff to giggle about, perhaps. All right, here we go. Please, I know how to draw a circle. That was a couple of attempts for sure, and none of it exactly disproves my ability to draw a circle. Okay, so here's a little bit of this. This is on my socials. This is on when I log on. There's some kind of a fin off to the side. Let's try to put some colors on this too. Okay, there's honestly the maximum amount of fins, but the angles, they're not totally visible, not gonna lie. Okay. Is this what I want from fins? Fins, dare I say, adventure time? Alright, go like that. And okay, there could definitely be a better amount of detail put into this, but we just keep persevering, dare I say. Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit yellow. There you go. Okay, that's a lot yellow. There I don't go. Okay. You have to replicate this drawing, they say. Okay. There's Magdala saying, by the way, I heard you talk about Has-Been. If you're caught up, what's your thoughts? Oh, well, what you heard from that was me saying I'm waiting to catch up on Has-Been season 2 until I ask my friend who I know in real life, who is a doctor of psychology. I'm going to ask her if she caught up also. and then if not, then we could watch together sometime. I don't know if that ruins or enhances the experience. I would imagine probably it enhances it. But also, I haven't gotten anybody to watch stuff in person with, except for my immediate family who lives with me and can't escape me. So So I don't really know what other people think of me when I'm watching things. Ba-da-boom. I would assume very charming. I would assume very charming. There's Lodes saying, this is a server I'm on where people have called me both Lodes and Hi Noel. I see where they're getting that from, huh? I see where they're getting that from. Alright, let's continue to add some shading, I suppose. Since this, I think is supposed to... It's supposed to, I don't know, have a strange amount of detail to replicate. Get like this. Get like this. And then what other details can I put here? I'm seeing a very specific image. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. You're a little Pokemon. No one else can put a faucet on your head. Alright, what else are we doing? and and then you're almost giving us the Vaporeon sort of a copy pasta. Alright. I'm looking at some teeth. I'm witnessing some teeth. But hello to Ronan the Shonen. How are you doing? Have mercy on the next people who have less time. But see, that's part of it. You're supposed to get so freaky deaky with it. You're supposed to, I suppose. And then we're just gonna see how it distorts in all of us, or throughout all of us. Here's a true game of telephone, perhaps. Do I remember how many teeth are in a mouth? Go like this. It was so beautiful, too. Okay, there were like corners of the mouth. Ooh. Okay, I'm not that motivated to practice torsos or arms in terms of anatomy. I feel like I could be pretty motivated to practice mouths. Alright, let's continue some detail. See how much of it we can get in here. Probably not that much. Well, there you go. There you go. And then I'm seeing this pretty clearly, I want to say. This was obviously Kasane Teto. Yes, whoever it was. Teto. Yes. I'm feeling that right now. And then there's some kind of a face like this, perhaps pretty and beautiful eyelashes. Let's even add a little bit more detail. Woohoo. You're like in a fancy little dress. Very nice. You're saying you have to memorize it and I didn't look at it long enough. Hey, it was pretty good. You're saying Tito, and then it kicked you out. Oh my goodness, brutal. Oh my goodness, brutal. Alright. I feel like I saw this one. I feel like we were going good with this. Anyway, yeah, the point of this is totally to panic and laugh at ourselves, I would say. Let us see. Oh, shit, dude. Wait, I almost had more of a punchline. Alright, then there's Magdala saying, personally, I don't like the second season as much as the first one. I'm wondering if I should rewatch the first one before getting into the second one, because it's been a long time. And you're saying that has been one of your favorite shows that you've watched, and it wasn't good as season one. Wait, is the season already finished? Talking like it's finished over here. There's Lotus saying, I had to go to the dentist on Thursday, and they drilled at my tooth. The experience still haunts me whenever I eat. Well, yeah, this sounds pretty recent. Sounds pretty darn recent. Still haunts you. That was yesterday, wasn't it? Of course it does. Of course it still haunts you. Hehehe. Yes, the ever-recognizable Vaporeon. There's Ronan the Shonen saying, I've been learning Norwegian. I've got some basic words down. Mostly because I listen to Vadern. And then you're saying, I'm almost an adult. I fear going to the dentist. I am an adult and I fear making my own dentist appointments. I have not really taken initiative to do so. Oh, you are back. Shout out to your internet for exploding. Hello, back. And we're what over here? We're Beethoven. What did this start out as? If I may take a look. If I may. Alright, I thought that wasn't gonna be funny, and then it was kind of funny. This is an important number. Alright, alright. You saw the potential for the comedy, and you went right for it. And you know what? Perhaps all of those numbers are contained within a point. You can't really know. You can't really know. You're saying, yeah, I didn't get the time it kicked me off. Honestly, that was the amount of detail we were going for. Hello, are we bisexual in the eyes? There's Magdala saying, oh, I hate dentists. I have 5 teeth drilled into. I'm bad at hygiene and ashamed of it very much. It's a horrible experience. I keep on only brushing my teeth once a day, which is not ideal. I try to go for twice a day, but it's been a lot of onces. Ooh, okay, wait. So this went into some wings. I thought that this was going to be like a specific character from the anime, perhaps a Vocaloid. I thought it was going to be like that. Hello, what character is this? May we see? Oh, okay. It's you. It's Asuna. You've turned into Tito. And you're saying, Joru, you're 1,000 better than me. Where happened? What happened? Oh, for dentist? Oh, for dentist reasons. Doesn't it get, I don't know, concerning though, when you wake up with swamp mouth, so thankful. Wow. I drew Tom Cruise's middle tooth. I always think about that, Tom Cruise's middle tooth. Okay, so you're saying that's Jasona. That's very nice. That's pretty cool. There's Lizzie Williams saying that's why I don't buy drills. I dentist myself. I don't need a dentist anymore, nor drills. Alright, and then I'm gonna let that sink in, but I'm also asking, what should we do next? We get some I don't know. There's many options to do anything. But I was having some fun with the exquisite course, but I also say hell yeah when there's an animation. I say hell yeah when there's a normal mode. You were saying, I dentist myself. I don't need a dentist anymore, nor drills. Accidentally drilled off all of my mouth. Bad foods don't taste bad anymore though, so it's a win for me. You don't taste things in your esophageal tract? Sort of a skill issue, if I dare say. You're advocating for compliment? Ooh, okay. Okay, that's the first one I'm seeing. Complete the sketch. Start with basic lines and see the other player's interpretation. You know what? Let's get some pattern recognition, and I wanna see if you can take this. Who the hell sound was that? Take this in a direction that we do not expect. But to take this in a direction that we don't expect, we have to expect something. So where can we go from here? What does this look like? You tell me. You look me in my face and you tell me. Oh. Now this gives us some good options as well. This one, okay, we feel like we should need some more time for this. You're saying, what is secret mode? Great question, honestly. You're saying, Shadow, no, you drew balls. Well, it's on you to look and see something other than balls, then. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you to see 0 balls. Alright, so it's gonna work out fine. You're saying, I hate the anesthesia needles. Those big needles scare me. Alright, and we're going like this. A little bit of detail. Okay, wait, what's the more important detail? Your big weird tongue, probably. Yeah. Alright, after drawing your big weird tongue, we're going to be, I'm just kind of seeing speared through the neck. Boom! Me when I'm speared through the neck, frankly. And the rest of the spear is like this. Goes, here's one of these, here's one of these. Okay, wait, no, let's make it look more spear-like. Sure, focus on the point. Yeah, kind of like a vampire, honestly. Kind of like a vampire, honestly. Do. Okay, here is this. What amount of detail will we put? I do wonder what can I bring to the table, because I have really liked some of the drawings that we do in here where there's more detail, you know? But also, I feel like I haven't been able to get that far myself. I'm all talking and going through this and that. Anyway, let's draw a copious amount of blood. Okay, kind of, no, it's still the fill tool. Ah, okay, like this. And kind of, okay, sure. That's somewhat incredibly bloody. Aw, I had such high hopes. You're saying balls is like our whole personality? Get rid of your personality. Get a different one. You're oh my god. Oh my god. What could I could see other things in there. Perhaps it's two people's heads. And perhaps they're fighting or eating each other. You never know. Come on. Alright, so what else can we put in here? I'm kind of seeing clouds. I'm kind of seeing you know, the more cohesive it is, the cooler it's gonna be, I think. I've used up most of the time just to think that thought. Do do do. Can I actually do anything? Let's fall over an incredible amount. Okay, go like this, and like this, and like this. Here's one leg, here's the other leg, here's another leg. I feel like this is how I'm supposed to play this. Okay, here's your legs. You're tripping and falling and dying. And yeah, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a good drawing. I'm feeling that. Alright. And your arm is kind of fidgeting, kind of like that. Alright, I feel like I can make something of this. We haven't got much time to do so, but there's totally someone falling over in here. You know, for somebody who is not trying on purpose to reveal my exact location and city to people, a lot of the time I honestly almost say the names of the schools that I'm going to and stuff. So that's not particularly ideal. Let's get more of this. Something is falling. I guess you're falling down and you're bald. Ooh, okay, that's the amount of detail I've got. And then there's the question, how are your balls? You think a giant lip is smooshing the fist, still has air and bounces just fine. Welcome to the underground is what's happening. Alright, one triangle and one circle. What can happen? I'm kind of seeing the sun, but specifically the sun is going through emotional turmoil. Kind of answers that you don't want to put on a Rorschach test. Alright, go like this, go like this, go like all of this. And let's put a strange amount of detail in these eyes. Strange amount of detail in the nose, and a little bit in the mouth, and just sort of rankle it up like this. And then here's a pine tree, and the pine tree with some gnarled roots is perhaps not paying that much attention to the sun, and it has some kind of a face like this. Yeah. Well, this is why it's good to just vibe with the art sometimes, I would say. Some some bizarre thing could come out of that. I feel bizarre right now. Do you? Do. Let's put some details in the sun, perhaps. Okay, go like this, go like that, and we can fill it up with some color. Boop doop. Yeah, the sun and the tree, neighbors forever, or at least until the tree dies. Alright, and that's the amount of time that I've got for that, so I guess a single white hot sort of thing. You're saying Cheryl lives in Florida, Street 24, House 245, Forever Beat, Florida. Oh my gosh. And then, what did I see for all of this? Okay. Okay, I've sort of given it away, but there's kind of a vision going on here. And since I'm drawing quickly, the sort of last people who were in my head get to feature here. And perhaps the people of the world are sharing a little smooch. You ever think about that? You only think about balls. You only think about balls. All right, who goes on this side? Little bit like this, and a little bit like this. Here's your hair, here's this going on, and I think there's kind of a I think there's a mustache and also a beard. Some good stuff. And then here's your little lips to signify a smooch, and it's looking artisanal, is it not? Look me in my face and say this is not artisanal. And then it's gonna be true, but I'm not gonna believe you. How about that? How about that? Okay, so here's more of this. You are having a smooch. I'm putting I don't know, color on a hat. The line absolutely must stay. Very well, very well, very well. There's color on your hat. There's color on your U. There's what colors does this guy wear? Apparently the utter and complete darkness. Alright, well you can wear blue. Okay. And we're not going to correct that whatsoever. You're wearing the concept of blue. Omni-Man kissing a sailor for some reason. I keep seeing clips from Dispatch and it keeps looking interesting, but people keep saying that there's a character who looks like Omni-Man. Alright. Middle ground. Okay, you're saying correction. I thought about boobs. Honestly, when I was going into this for a split second, it was my first thought. I was like, okay, what are we doing? Drawing the honkers, the bazonkers. Oh, no, this is what it looks like to have willpower, though. Check me out, willpower. Okay, everyone tried to draw Shadow Milk from memory. I have to see this now. Alright, what direction did you take us? What direction? Woo! Oh. Okay, someone had to. Thank you. Gets the thoughts out of my system. And then it wasn't balls, but it was two people who were thinking about balls. And then here's my old man Yowie. I can only say honk of those bazonkas so many times now, can't I? Okay, you're saying Phenomenal Man is just Omni-Man with Starfire personality. And that sounds kind of adorable. Why are you saying the smooches, the balls on me along the way? The things I missed in here. Alright, this was... sort of got two drawings for the price of one, with a surprise Homer Simpson appearance. That's some fun stuff. Absolute cinematography. We've died a second time due to absence of the neck. What happens when you don't protect your neck? Alright, let's go. Like this. I want to save that one too. You know what? Yes, we'll go back. We'll go on back. We'll be saving that. And ooh, a moth. We're about it. Wait, okay, but then going from one to the other looks like somebody saw the moth and then desperately tried to smush it. Okay, hello to you, song. This is very fun. Okay, I'm downloading this one. And then also the previous one I did not remember, but we get it. This is a fun time, is it not? Okay. Okay, start thinking about what mode you want to do next. I guess I am down to do this a second time. And we can make some characters about these two. We can make other characters who are also thinking about balls. We can I do like how often the little things, the colors like yellow and green appeared, and they did not have to appear that often. Am I almost in the frame again? I think I have to like tilt this. Do. All right. So there was some rules card imitations, and that's what happened to the dead guy I drew. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're saying you should have drawn Bill Cipher? Okay. You're saying how's the throuple going? Like as an actual question or as a rules card? Please answer for us, sort of a question. We're sad once more. I think that was kind of a fun time. I wanna draw smoother lines if we were to try complement again. If we're not trying complement again, then there's a variety of things that we may do. But I want to keep the options open to be as well, it was really funny going into dating app and things with okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna select this one some more. A compliment. Okay. It was really funny going into okay. But then framing matters. So let's also draw this a little bit off to the side now and see what happens. Okay, wait, I wanted to do smoother lines. And I know what's up. Alright, well, that one might be even harder to work with. Well, this is just simply glorious. This is excellent. This is almost like an exclamation part. How big is the polycule? I heard that even Zoran was in it. I thought it was so fun that that fellow has won mayor, actually. Partially because I had a dream about that. I'm not anywhere near New York, and yet that was in my dream. And now I'm like trying to remember what else was in my dream. This should be a specific character, I want to say. From the repertoire of characters that I've drawn before, what happens in there? Am I actually misremembering some hair? Yeah, probably. This isn't anyone's hair anymore. So basically with polycule stuff, I started the dating with an app with funny little, I guess I want to say fictional ideas of what a relationship and a polycule can be. And I don't know if it's just my city, but I want to say that I have a hard time finding people that are interesting to me, and so I was like, gosh, I've simply got to stop trying to sort through all of these people. And so now there's like one person that I'm in contact with. I've been on a couple of dates with. Okay, so here's a this. Do we want it to be a skirt? Do we want it to be muscular? Perhaps. Flex your guns. Flex those guns. I've sort of dislocated your elbow now, haven't I? There's fun energy in there, however. Fun energy in there, however. You're saying thine balls prevaileth. Oh my gosh. Some split-second disconnections having us. I feel like if we feature this, if we feature the lines that we're having and happening, if we make them like a focal point of all of the drawings, then that's totally going to turn out in a fun and interesting way. This is my first thought. See, indeed. Okay, so go like this, go like this. And then the thought that I'm having with this one specifically is that somebody is getting their nose honked. This sounds like it could maybe be a euphemism. I have no idea. You're saying the schnipple? Singular? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Okay, go like this. A little fancy part in your hair. And then we're gonna have you be sort of balding a little. Balding a lot, perhaps. And then here's your big round head. An essential feature. And go like this. I've made some lines here as if I started with a plan. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. It's quite fun to scribble this way, however. I keep only doing things if I can do them slowly, I think. And here's a dude who is shaped a little bit like a spoon, except for your massive arm. Go like this. And then go like this. Yes. Yeah, there's like vibes in here. Your internet cutting out again. Well, stay safe. Wow. 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 Okay, at least one person better draw this. Not gonna be me. Not gonna be me if I do say so myself. But I think in the pattern recognition sort of function of your brain, I think we can see something, and I want somebody to do that. Not gonna be me though. You're saying I see it. Okay, fantastic. Nice of us to all undergo some telepathy at this exact moment. Okay, go like this. And so what I'm seeing, the second thing I'm seeing after the first thing that I'm seeing is a big, like, yolked egg. Perhaps the egg even flies right on out of here. Cool stuff. And then we need more shards, I would say. More shards to really sell this. Let's say you're saying that my eyes, I see the visions. Okay, wow. Or we might actually be seeing we might actually be seeing two or up to three different things. Okay, so your eggs are here, and specifically by eggs plural, I mean just a singular egg. It's being cracked in like one. Alright, so go like this, and we want like more motion, I would say. What can really sell this so I'm not just drawing an egg on this? Perhaps, perhaps more shards. Let's get in here with shards. Can we get in here with shards? I'm trying so very hard to get in here with shards. Da-da-da-da-da. Is this against the spirit of the challenge? I have no damn idea, but we need to try. We need to try to really shatter your expectations. Okay, go like this and kind of like this. Is that? No, okay. We haven't really done it. We haven't really done it. I've failed, I think. You're saying it speaks to me? Being burned by eggs must be somebody's fetish, I think. Omni-Man meme, but he cooks an egg for you. I was seeing more of the Omni-Man meme. Alright, so if this could be anything, and we're thinking that it could be anything, what could it be? We had a third one. We add some like this. And like this. And wait, okay. This is similar enough to Isabella Animal Crossing. Similar enough to that. Okay. I'm just sort of thinking in the wrong terms now, aren't I? Okay, there's no three sort of features going on there. That's a different amount of features. We can put some eyes in though. Put some eyes in, and one little boop, and go like this. Well, how perfect is that? How perfect is that? Okay, go like this, and your hair may in fact be up. You're saying there's three? See, there's imagination. There's innovation. The innovation does what? It excites. Okay, so here's a little bit more of this, a little bit more of this, and let's give you some actual, albeit very small, hands for a little while. And and there's some kind of vibes being created here indeed. Okay, shall we make this a little bit wider? Yes, go like that. And we could attempt to fill in some colors. We can. Okay, go like that. Very nice. How fitting to listen to music from a furry type of game and also go in here. Well, almost got it. You're saying really diverting expectations today. So I want to prove. I want to prove that this could be anything. Oh my god. Wait, just a question mark. Airplanes? Oh, your balls flash before your eyes. Okay. Oh, you're apologizing in advance for some of these. Okay, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh my god. We're gonna go on and download. We're gonna go on and have this going on. Okay, wait, not having time to write airplanes honestly does make this better. And then what? Hornet? Okay, perfect. Several stick figures, a little bit of a cracked egg. Okay, I feel like maybe using the white coloration. What is that? Is this another moth? Using the white coloration on my part, it's perhaps not in the spirit of it. You're saying, why do I see a caked up frog? Maybe one of these is supposed to be a caked up frog, you know? You guys making the silk song noises? Oh my gosh. Somebody should do a... Ooh, okay, vibes. So I hope somebody does a pretty good, I don't know, YouTube rewind, but just for them, maybe. That would be good. I think I would want to see... Mario? I think I would want to see YouTube rewinds again, but like more personal. Like you just do a community one. You're saying nobody's caked up. Bam, absolutely nobody. We did have some Marios in here. Tried to make my little guy in these. Do do do. How shall this go? Flexin'. Flexing your muscles in that skirt. Some good stuff. There's loads to sing. Still haven't played Silk Song, but I've been spoiled on one ending in this sex. Oh my goodness, my condolences. My condolences. Wow. The Grabomination. Oh my stars. Oh my stars. There's hello to you, YouTube visitors. Someone else is getting in on that conjoinment real estate. You're getting disconnected again. And you're saying you need to play it. Hollow Knight's one of your favorite games. I hear that is like a lot harder than Hollow Knight. Okay. You're asking if you've gotten fan arts just now? Okay. I'm not sure whether to take this to like 90 minutes because I've specifically got stuff that I'm kind of worried about today. So that would be like aroundish 90 minutes. I don't know. It could be like a little bit more. There's story modes. I'll go for one normal. I'll go for one normal, but are these better with more modes? I think they might be. Turns, 5 of them. Trying one. You're saying I'm always worried? Hey, it's a worrisome sort of a time. Do. Here's a normal mode. Wait, Pooh while drawing Gartic is unironically kawaii. It's a very comforting bear. What can I say? Let's go. Emotional. But who would have an emotional support thing that you wouldn't expect? Somebody very tough. Gordon Ramsay's emotional support plushie. Yeah, and then you just kind of have to sort of fill in whatever that may be. There's, you have your capybara from Build-A-Bear. Oh my gosh, that's some good stuff. Emotional support demon, I could see it. I could see it indeed. There's Chase from Dispatch in the Wally West pose. Do I know what pose that is off the Chase from Dispatch? Do I know what that is off the top of my head? Is there a retired speedster in here? Wally West pose? Okay, I have seen that around. But why this dude? And what happened? I have to know. And was the suit yellow? And why? And why? I guess just period. Why? Alright, so go like this. I keep wondering idly what I want out of my art. I think that's the greatest question, or most ongoing question, that I've had in all of these streams. What do I want out of my art? What do I want to do next? Do I want to go somewhere with this if I'm going anywhere? Here's some arms. Oh my gosh. I kind of wonder if I would be happy doing like several meme drawings, like a little bit realistic, in charcoal, so it's like on paper in my room, several like that, just for silly ass reasons. That could be fun. We got some big sort of thighs happening. I actually don't know what the outfit's supposed to be, but I know Wally West kinda caked up though. What's happening? Okay, go like this, and then I only saw the gray hair, so that's what we're getting. Since I've learned this character in 2 seconds, what can I do for your nose? Bit like this? No. Bit like this? Also no. Well, okay, since that looked like a mouth anyway, let's go like this. Okay, a little bit like that. Oh my gosh. very comforting bear is a very accurate description of Winnie the Pooh. How lovely. Then there's, and what do I type for this? If, the doctor just, okay, doctor transplants your heart into a car. I am seeing that kind of here. You're saying, crush me, Daddy Wally, what else can I say? And there's Lodes heading to bed. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see ya. Sonic the Hedgehog is doing tricks on a skateboard. I feel like this is coming to me in a vision. Can I do it? I wonder. Probably not. I think I do wish that I had more consistency or faith in the potential consistency of my drawing abilities. Let's go like this, go like that, go like that. And is this your face when you do skateboard tricks? Maybe. Let's get this guy from memory. Absolutely. Here's the board, and you're just kind of a little guy. Go like this. I like this song a lot. I'm always, whenever it comes lately, I'm talking through it for whatever reason. Probably because that's the main thing that I do in this in this stream. Okay, hanging onto the board. Shall I in fact make this a 30 or end this on the 190? I keep speaking in peculiar ways, don't I? A 90-minute stream, a singular 90-minute stream, in which case we'd be ending in about 3 minutes or so. Get some shoes for your Sonic. A Sonic who is for some reason taking up a very small amount of the board, honestly. Alright, here you go, here you go. Here's your arms. I guess there is benefit to it not looking that Sonic-y. There's Magdala saying, man, having my kitty sleeping on my bed next to me makes me feel loved. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. Should have drawn ugly Sonic. I mean, is that looking like a pretty Sonic to you? Oh my gosh. Okay. The last Animorph stage before Gordon Ramsay is Labubu. Alright, I'm pretty sure we've interpreted this 100% correctly. I'm seeing it though, aren't I? Because I know Labubu dangles from a bag or something, and so does this, I would say. So therefore, it all makes sense. Alright, let's look at this. What's happening here? Gordon Ramsay's emotional support plushie. What's the first interpretation? It's fucking raw. Absolutely perfect. Gordon Ramsay marketable plush with a pull string. More detail. Here we go. Half lazy is a great interpretation. We had enough time for everything. Magdala saying, by the way, what you saying? Oh, wait, you are dating now? Wait, is it the fella that you've been on, like, the gym date and then the other okay, congratulations. That's so lovely. You're saying confirmed? There's Dixie Williams saying, do I have to send again the video of the plushies connected to trauma? No. I may not remember it fully, and that seems like a good thing, doesn't it? Okay. We get some congratulations on you, Magdala, because every time you were like saying something, it sounded like so sweet. What the hell? There's the cardiologist forgot the patient's heart in the car. I see. Okay, so I've interpreted that the other direction. That's the magic of normal mode. This is an excellent last round of Gartic Phone. Thank you all for being here. Doctor transplants your heart into a car. Is what I said. Your heart, the car is in your heart. Carhartt, like the brand of clothing. Oh my gosh, you're saying the only day of my life is a calendar. Doctor did the car transplant successfully. Oh my god. Okay, that's a perfect interpretation of everything. Thank you. Okay. Da-da-da-da. I wish you the best, Magdala. I mean, kittens by your side and a paramour in your life. What more can one ask for? How lovely, how excellent. Alright, so here's a Shadow the Hedgehog doing a trick on a skateboard. I'm loving the clean lines. There's Sonic the Hedgehog doing tricks on a skateboard. There's no way you could have known, Sir Dickens. There's no way you could have known. But we go like this, and then we're just chilling. It was a very chill expression, I will say. A very chill expression. What goes on here in the very last of the album? Chase Dispatch in the Wally West Post. I tried to make your boobies as large as the reference image. Morgan Freeman. Yes. There's no way we could have known. The creature? Yeah. That's maybe the creature if I've ever seen one. This is perfect. There's Magdala saying, I can't believe the day actually came. Wouldn't believe anyone would actually love me enough to date just 6 months ago. Ah! My heart feels full for you. Okay. That's some fun news over there. So, on a lovely day with a lovely stream and a lovely, I did download this already, right? We can have we could have 2 of those. Yeah, we could have 2 of those. On a lovely day with a lovely stream, you saying it didn't finish? Was it the, well, okay, wait, what was Morgan Freeman in? This, your chances now. The information is here. What happens? Oh, it's ending. Indeed, a stream is ending quick. I don't know. Dump all of the secrets. Oh, that's cool. I never knew that it replays if you tap on it. Morgan Freeman in a superhero suit. Oh, you missed your exam. Oh, well, here I was going, what more you could want. Okay, but you're saying thank God that you missed your exam. Okay, because you were stressed about it. You're so happy. You can just breathe, relax now. Okay, well, if you're happy about it, okay, then I'm also happy for you about it. I'm like wondering out here. There's saying I have a very important story to tell. You have 3 more hours to stream. I have them on different days, honestly. I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys if I have time on a Sunday or something. But certainly, I've blocked out time on the Monday, so it better go correctly in that regard. I'm having federal holidays coming up. That's what's happening. There's Magdala saying, I have the doctor's note confirming that I am sick, so I will take it later anyway. I was very stressed about it. Oh, okay. Whoa. That sounds nearly mythological to an American with no health care or labor rights. And well, I'm not fully aware of my labor rights yet. Honestly, that's something that's gonna happen. But getting excused from something with a doctor's note, well, that's simply excellent. I'm glad that's a thing that can happen to you and has happened to you, and you're gonna be ready for this exam when you're all hale and hearty and non-stressed. In fact, well, I hope you'll be all nice and ready to it. You're falling asleep to the background soundtrack. I mean, it's some kind of. Is it some kind of incredibly late or incredibly early hour for you? I mean, hey, that's the vibes. Get well soon. Night in the woods is cozy. It really is. So thank you all for putting together all of this chaotic sort of arts. Why I am donating to you is to cover your medical bills. I mean, my health insurance situation, I think is all right so far, but also I haven't tested it at all whatsoever. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'm gonna post all of this stuff in the Discord, um, or a lovely rest of your sleep if that's what's happening. Thank you for